Well, it's a Thirsty Thursday. Good morning, I'm Tyler Glenn, and this is the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life, broadcasting live from the Beach Bunker on all social platforms, from Facebook to Twitter to Twitch and YouTube and all points in between. Mothership being twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. We talk about cheeseburgers that have no meat, to Kemney bridges getting destroyed by semis, to we get the whole gamut. Food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Thank you for being a part of it, by the way. It's nice to see you on a early Thursday morning, a little bit cloudy, could be a little bit rainy for southern Manitoba today. Looks as if we're going to have no money. In more ways than one, actually. Bank of Canada raised interest rates yesterday, and that is definitely not good news for any of us that owe any money of any kind. But I mean, we're not going to have any cash when we go to Manitoba's most visited attraction. The next time you go, you will not take cash with you because effective, well, I think immediately it is completely cashless, and we'll discuss that. And what is Manitoba's most visited attraction? We'll talk a bit about that. Ghosts on airplanes. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen a ghost? There was one woman who saw a ghost on an airplane, and well, thankfully, everybody had phones on them, and that means everyone had cameras, and everyone could see this woman react to what she thought was a ghost on an airplane. You're used to snakes on a plane? We've seen the movie Snake. There's no snakes on this. What about ghosts? I've got a preschool grad speech that just rocks. He's just adorable. It's awesome. Love these grad speeches. One kind of slipped through the cracks. It's been out on the internet for a while, but it's just gone viral in the last 48 hours. And, of course, we've got it for you. Speaking of viral, in the U.S. this morning, Americans are going crazy for Costco. You're saying, well, wait a second, they have Costco. Yeah, but remember when that one woman made a video, put it on TikTok, she went to Bulk Barn and said, oh, my God, you guys, my fellow Americans, you have to come to Canada and visit Bulk Barn. It's like the greatest store ever. Something similar has happened with Costco. And apparently there are some items in Canada that we have that the Americans don't. And that's caused quite a stir. So much so, some are jokingly saying, I'm buying my plane ticket to Canada now. So what is the stuff that they're going crazy for? We're gonna show you, because we've got it at our Costco right here in Canada. So, yeah. More strangers doing good deeds. That was a really neat thread that we started yesterday. And it really took off after the show was done. So we've got some great stories to share about some strangers doing some awesome stuff and how strangers have helped our sun seekers and folks all over the place. And we're going to take a look at that this morning. Celebrity sighting in North Dakota yesterday. Maybe you saw that in my Facebook feed. And if you're into Prime drinks, those Prime energy drinks, it is not good news for you in Canada this morning, and I'll explain. We knew this was coming, right? When the Americans opened that FDA investigation into the drink, I said, you heard it here first, that it won't be long. As soon as Canada senses any safety issues at all. Is this pen too sharp? Ban it. Ban pens that are sharp. Ban paper that can give you a paper cut. Ban it. Oh, ban. So Prime energy drinks are a big no-no now. And we'll explain where that is all headed and what to do about it. And if you're a retailer, you got to get that stuff out of your coolers like quick. And if you see a retailer with it in his or her cooler and you're a big fan, you better get your Prime energy drink while you can, because you're probably not going to be able to get them for very much longer. We're going to take a look outside. We do have this cam. You know what? I am going to get those cameras at Russell and 283 for Season 2 of The Tyler Glenn Show. Season 2 of The Tyler Glenn Show coming Tuesday, August 1st. First? Uh-oh. Here comes my lisp again. Tuesday, August the 1st, 2023, Season 2 of the show. So excited. We've got some more sponsor announcements. We've got some more contests, more fun, and more cameras to look at that actually work. And 283 will be part of that, as will the Yellowhead at Russell. So look for those coming soon to the Morning Southern Manitoba Look. We do this every half hour. Take a look outside. See how things are shaping up. It's a little bit hazy and still a little cool, and we might get some rain this morning. Oh, this forecast is heavy rain. Environment Canada saying rain mixed with thunderstorms this afternoon at a high of 26 degrees. So it's going to be a soggy Thursday. Get ready for a soggy Thursday. But we're looking for a gorgeous weekend, man. It is going to be a really nice weekend. So if you got something planned outside this weekend, do not fear. I worry about that barbecue we were telling you about yesterday. Trina's barbecue, but hopefully the rain will subside at lunchtime today. So look at that forecast. That is looking really good. Nice weekend and great sleeping weather. It is official because we're almost halfway through July. I think we can call this the Tyler Glenn Show Decision Desk has confirmed it. We're calling it. June and July got mixed up. June and July are sitting in the wrong chairs. June, can you please move over to July's chair? And July, can you please move over to June's chair? So we're halfway through the month. I don't think we've had one 30-degree day yet in July, but June was jammed with all kinds of hot weather and big storms. And while it's nice to not have the big storms, it's nice to have nice sleeping weather, too. Good morning to our sun seekers. K-Don was first in this morning. Nice to see you, K-Don 78, along with Trev. And Megan is joining us on Facebook. Nice to see you this morning, Megan. And Paul is here as usual. And nice to see you, Paul. Jody Croft is on Facebook this morning. Polar Bear joining us from the East Coast as the Polar Bear East Coast adventure continues. Boy, are they having fun. Got some more pictures we'll show you and more eats from the East Coast from Polar Bear and Tasha enjoying the East Coast. It's so nice to see. Bernice is here too. Nice to see you, Bernice. Misbehavin' says, good morning, sun seekers. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Indeed. Ooh, look at this new name. Lisa D. F65. Gonna call you Lisa D. Nice to see you. Good morning. Nice to see you, Lisa. Thanks for being here. Miss Vicky is here, too. This is great. I think, could some of these people be teachers, I'm thinking? Somebody who's got some time to spend with us all of a sudden. It's great to see you. Oh, good morning, cousin. Somebody's related. I don't know if that's me or a sun seeker. Sharon Pierce is here. Nice to see you, Sharon. Good morning. Nick Adams is here. I need to see seashells. Uh-oh, Trev's challenging me now. I need to see seashells down by the sea. Oh, that's a bad one. No, I don't think I can do that. Down by the seashore. It's much easier to say with the lisp, actually. Misbehaving says we need rain. Yeah, it has been a little bit dry, hasn't it? That's true. Nick says pretty soon we'll have 8 identical pictures of Winnipeg skyline. Well, come on now. Be positive. We got so much bad news in the headlines today. We got to be positive. Let's be positive, Nick. He's just joking. July weather sucks. Yeah, it has not been all that great, has it? It has not been all that great. But let's keep things light and fun and get the bad stuff out of the way ASAP. And we start with our finances. You are not going to be hearing as much about this as you should, because we are into some very serious territory now with regards to the increase in interest rates. This is some very serious stuff.
Our policy interest rate by 25 basis points to 5%. We are also continuing our policy of quantitative tightening. This decision reflects 2 broad considerations. First, monetary policy is working, but underlying inflationary pressures are proving
I don't like this guy. Now, this guy's the chairman of the Bank of Canada.
Progress in the
I don't even know his name, but he's making life very, very difficult for us because here's what you need to know. This is I'm going to put this in plain speak English, okay? Money just got a whole bunch more expensive. So if you're sitting on a pile of cash, say you are retired or you have an inheritance or you just are blessed by the financial gods to have all like a mountain of money. This is actually not a bad news story. This is actually a good news story because you could put your money in a jar under your mattress and get some really good returns right now. You don't have to be risky with your money because now that interest rates have gone up significantly, the highest in 22 years, you can actually get a decent return on your money. So for those who already have a lot of money, I don't know how many people that might be in that sun seekers or people who are lurking on other social medias, but if you are blessed enough to have a whole bunch of cash, this is not a bad news story. But for folks like me and anybody else who owes money, and we're in a society where you need to have a mortgage and you need to have a credit card and you need to have a line of credit and you need to, and there's some people say, well, do you really need that stuff? Well, whether or not you do, that's kind of where 90% of society is. And we are all, most of us, I think it's 54%, are $200 away from not being able to pay those bills. And that was before yesterday. So now we've got interest rates at 5%. As you can see in the news ticker this morning, all the major banks have followed suit, and interest rates at your favorite bank, if they haven't been raised already this morning, they will be raised right at opening bell, I guess you could say. So mortgages are going to be more expensive. Your credit card is going to be more expensive. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to slow the economy. I was watching somebody yesterday saying that what they're trying to do is actually inflict maximum pain, which I thought that's not very nice. What do you mean inflict maximum pain? So they're trying to inflict maximum pain, which means they're trying to slow down the economy and they're trying to get people to lose their jobs. That part of this whole equation I don't completely understand, but they're saying that we are stuck between a rock and a hard place, and we either have to go through a whole bunch of really, really bad economic times, or it will be a complete financial meltdown. So those are our choices. It's not like we have door number 1 or door number 2. It's kind of gun 1 or cannon 2. Anyway, that is just a little bit of what's happening outside the beach bunker, is that things are a little bit more expensive. But again, it's not a bad news story if you have reserves, if you have money at hand. Higher interest rates mean you don't have to risk your money, go to the stock market casino. No, you don't have to do that anymore. You can put it under your mattress for 5% and get a pretty decent return, best return in 22 years. But for those who do have mortgages, especially ones that are coming due, oh, wow. And of course, some of our folks who lived long enough to remember interest rates in double digits. But you do have to remember that was such a long time ago, and I'd say this with love and respect, is that was such a long time ago. That's like somebody in your generation talking about World War I or even World War II. And again, I say that with love and respect, but it was a tremendous amount of time ago when we had double digit, like some people were talking about like 16%, 20%. When I bought a house. Yeah, but a house was $10,000 then. So there is a real change going on, and it's going to be really tough for people. And so let's be patient with everybody and understand that there's, lots of people are going to be under a lot of financial stress. This is going to be this could be a dark winter for a lot of people, okay? Because the bank said yesterday that they're not done. And it's just like, oh my God. Oh, it's like being in a fight and someone's just punching you in the face. It's just like, it's almost over. It's just like, can we just end this? Just knock me out. Seriously. Just give me the death blow, for God's sake. And I don't think, people have as much of a problem with it being at 5%. But in all fairness, again, to lenders today versus the 1970s, this is unprecedented climbs in interest. Like when it went to 20%, those increases were spread out over time. This is like a rocket going straight into the air, as opposed to a nice, gentle 1970s plane taking off, where it's just like, okay, well, I guess it's time to buckle up. Things are going to get tight. Ooh, it's another, okay, let's just, where this is like, it's like G-force. Oh, fudge. God. Anyway, yeah, double digits. Yeah, you know what? It's so true. It's too bad that this is what they're worried about, Paul. Paul says that prices were more in line with people's pay. And so people are on to this. And that's why we've got unions striking all the time now. And if you're part of a union and you haven't had a new agreement, you're going on strike. That's just happening. It's not an if, it's a when. Because people just can't afford to live. And they can't keep up with this cost of inflation. That's what the bank's worried about, is then you've got people asking for more money. Then you've got prices going up because it's more expensive to hire those people who ask for more money. And then it becomes this circling of the toilet bowl. So this has been your economics lesson from the Beach Bunker, which you will not get a degree for. From your Professor Bacon. I am the master of bacon only. Okay, so that's happening. And what else we got going on this morning? Well, lots of attention on the Kemney Bridge yesterday. I think I'm going to change the name of the Beach Bunker to the Kemney Bridge. Broadcasting from the What? Kemney Bridge? Somebody say something about the Kemney Bridge? Turn it up. Turn it up. What did they say about the Kemney Bridge? Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were seen in North Dakota yesterday, on Tuesday, actually. And they were there doing some sightseeing. They were on a road trip, apparently. And they visited Medora, which is near Bismarck. And no word on whether they were visiting friends or anything like that. But apparently they were at the Medora musical, too.
Celebrities. So. Look at this. The North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame posted this picture of Ashton Kutcher and his wife, Mila Kunis, on their Facebook page.
The Peace Garden State.
I know, right? Gift shop manager Christy Toof snapped this photo of the couple after...
What's that? Posted the photo of the couple, yeah. All right. That's the all you have on this, or what? Okay. That's all they have. So anyway, there's the picture. I like the reaction to it that they were getting. Some of the comments on Facebook were pretty funny. Like, I wouldn't have known who they were. Like, based on their picture, I wouldn't have known who they were unless the media had said that that's Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. And so, anyway, it's not the first time that there's been celebrities in North Dakota, of course, especially celebrity couples, because Josh Duhamel and Fergie used to come right up to Lake Metagosh. I think he's got a cabin there, actually. So, they hang out, or they did hang out. They're divorced now, but it's quite possible that they're friends and that they were spending some time in Minot. So if you were headed down to Minot anytime soon, especially this week, because I'm thinking they didn't just come up for the day. They're probably up all this week. You may run into Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, or even Josh Duhamel for that matter. The North Dakota State Fair starts in just days now. And, of course, visitminot.org is one of the sponsors of the Tyler Glenn Show. And they posted yesterday really a cool video of the new family center, the new Discovery Center. Check this out. This is called Discover Light. I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for the music on this. So I better delete or mute that. But look at that. Check that out. This is at the Discovery Center. And, of course, they've got all kinds of exhibitions there. You can exhibitions with water and light and sound. And that's at the Magic City Discovery Center, just newly built, $10 million facility up on the North Hill. And the kids would have such a blast. But, I mean, it'd be hard to get their attention into something like this with the North Dakota State Fair on, because there's rides and games and stuff like that. Later today, I will be posting some pictures on my social media from last time our brood was at the State Fair, including me eating some delicious deep fried cheese curds. Oh, they're so good. But if the fair is not your thing, the Roosevelt Park Zoo, I've got a picture of me and a giraffe coming later today, me and Giraffe Larry. The Scandinavian Heritage Park, Dakota Territory Air Museum, and, of course, the Discovery Center. Check out the great restaurants, the great shopping, the great hotels. Visit minot.org/Tyler Loves Minot for all the Canadian deals and specials, okay? Again, visit minot.org/Tyler Loves Minot. Also, good morning to Rhonda and Greg over at Tim Hortons. They are two of the busiest people you'll find anywhere, because less than a week away to Tim Hortons Camp Day. And every time this event comes up, and I'm a part of it, I think back of the times that I was at camp and all the memories that I made, and how fun that was, and how those memories are still quite vivid, even though grade 4? Grade 6? Maurice broke a broom handle on my friend Vern's backside. I don't know why we were playing a spanking game, but we broke the broom handle. That's something we could not do today. It was not a Tim Hortons camp. It was just can't remember what the name of the camp was. It was a Clear Lake, but Maurice is still around. Vern, I don't know. I think he fled the country. He was pretty scarred after that experience. But Tim Hortons Camp Day, we're going to send some very special kids to camp next Wednesday. I want you to be a part of it. I'm going to be live on location at Tim Hortons Wednesday afternoon, noon till 3. I'm going to be either at one location or traveling around from spot to spot. We're trying to figure out what's going to work best without disturbing things too much. It's going to be a busy day. They have 10 locations in western Manitoba and southeastern Saskatchewan: Virden, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. And on Camp Day, 100% of every hot or iced coffee purchase goes to the Tim Hortons Foundation. And that is a big camp, of which Greg is actually on the board locally. He is one of our local franchisees, and he's on the board for the Tim Hortons Foundation. So we're going to talk to him on Monday. And in the meantime, get your Tim Hortons Camp Day bracelets for $3 each. Okay, make sure you get on that, and we'll see you next Wednesday at Tim Hortons. I can't wait to see you. Let's meet up. Let's have coffee. I want to thank you for an incredible season 1. It's been so awesome talking to people this week. I do need a couple of days to just catch my breath. It feels like March 1st was just here, and we launched the show, and I'm looking, and it's July the 13th, and I'm like, where did the time go? We had so much going on. It was such a busy time. We had good news happen. We had bad news happen. We had tragedy, and we had victory. And it was so great to once again be a part of it, and to have you help me be a part of it. And I'm just so grateful. And I'm sad to have to take time away from the microphone, but at the same time, I'm going to come back August the 1st after just a few days to come back and launch season 2 with a whole bunch of great stuff. So there should be a camp for adults, Misbehaving says. There's a business idea. You're out in the country, and you could call it Misbehaving's Country Adventure. I'd be the first one in. Welcome to Misbehaving's Country Adventure. You begin your day with beer for breakfast, beer and bacon. That starts your day. Then at noon, it's margarita hour, margarita and hot dogs, followed by an adventurous evening of a talent show. Yes, it's a naked talent show. Everyone is required to remove their clothing and do their talent show completely buck naked. But the bar is always open at Misbehaving's Campin' Extravaganza. Sign up now, 1-800-MISBEHAVIN', 1-800-MISBEHAVIN'. Do it, do it. I couldn't use that name. I'd get in trouble. Don't they call those retreats? Yes, yes. Very good. We could call it the Misbehavin', but it sounds classy. Maybe we want to go for classy. Angela's just like, yes, she's in. Sounds like fun. Misbehaving's Country Retreat, where you are not allowed to be sober for more than 2 hours at a time, and usually that's when you're sleeping. I kid. But that'd be fun to have an adult camp. What could we do? That would be fun. Wasn't there a movie like that? Didn't Adam Sandler make a movie about an adult camp? I'm sure he did. River rafting, fishing. Yeah, just to hang out. I think that's what guys' fishing trips have turned into. Let's be honest. You know, when guys, me and Bruce are going up to Thompson with a couple other guys, and we're gonna get some fit. No, you're going camping. You're pretending you're 10. That you guys are all in the cabin, but you got whiskey this time and some beers and some fishing. That's what that's all about. And there's no cops. You could sell that. Misbehaving's Naughty Retreat. No cops, no problem. All fun. See, I can help you out. I could do the commercials for you. Hey, thanks to our TikTokers and other social media crew on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Twitch we're on Twitch. We're going to move over to Twitch. That's just where the party is going. Come on over, twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. There is no sign up required. I do love when you follow the show because then you get a little notification saying when I'm on. But if you can't, that's fine too. We're headed over to twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. Come on over and join the party. We've got lots of fun stuff still to come on the show, including the latest on the Prime Energy drinks. Manitoba's most visited attraction, not taking cash anymore. Ghosts on airplanes, the preschool grad, and all that and more is coming up. Thank you, TikTokers. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you for Keyboard Friday tomorrow. Keyboard Friday, Keyboard Friday. And for everybody else, we're headed over to twitch.tv/Tyler Glenn Show. Have an amazing day. Thirsty Thursday. Thanks for being here for part of the show. We're headed on over to Twitch.